The annual general meeting of FederUnacoma took place on June 27th in Varignana in the province of Bologna. The meeting consisted of a private and a public part. Among other things, the private part also included the voting on the renewal of the presidency posts of the Federation and the 5 trade associations. In his report to the general meeting, Alessandro Malavolti, who was confirmed president, presented the final balance of the past 2 years, which recorded a consistent development of internationalization activities, as well as technical assistance and trade fair promotion. He then outlined the guidelines for his next term, which provide for a greater commitment to politics and institutional relations, and he illustrated the most recent market data.
Today we have the 2019 assembly of the older shareholder of FederUnacoma, our associated company, the company that produces agricultural machinery here in Italy. It was very important for us because we just make the point of situation about the market. The market last year, 2018, was quite good for us. We grew up about 1.5%. We reached 11.1 billion euro of sales of production. And we grow up also in the export market about 0.3, and our share of the export market is more than 70% of the production. So we are a small industry in the worldwide panorama, but we are about 2% of the total export of all Italian industry, and this is we are very proud of that. Today was very important for us also for the renovation of the presidency of FederUnacoma, myself, that was renewed for a couple of years, and also for all the other presidents of the association that are members of FederUnacoma, Tractors Association, Implements Association, Components, Garden, and Self-Propelled Machine. It was very good for us just to have also the situation of the Italian market. The Italian market was going down for the tractors last year. This was due to the mother regulation effect in 2017, but was growing for the implements and for the components, and was more or less the same numbers for the gardening. It was quite a good assembly. We have also some speech about some very high educated person that teach us how to read about the quality of the fair and how to see what the changes are in the general economics worldwide. One of the topics of today's assembly was also the problem that we are facing with the moving of the French organization CIMA with EIMA. Next November we have in the same period, with a couple of days of we are in common, EIMA show, EIMA International, and CIMA in Paris. This was not very correct from our point of view, and this is a damage for the old industry because the small company have to choose between Italy and France, and the big company has to double the cost about the organization and the cost for fair. This is not so worrying for us as organization because EIMA is much bigger as organization, and today we have seen in the assembly also a number about the quality feedback of visitors and the exhibitors. But we have to focus and to point in deep about the quality of EIMA and to work to make it better in the nearest future. This is for us a big chance for the future to make something better and to make EIMA greater again.
According to the voting results, the following were elected for the trade associations: Lorenzo Salvatici, President, and Alessandro Casin, Vice President for Asamao, the Association of Manufacturers of Implements; Marco Masefieri, President, and Giampaolo Barbieri, Vice President for Asomase, Manufacturers of Self-Propelled Machines; Manlio Martilli, President, and Roberto Castiello, Vice President, Tractor Manufacturers; Pier Giorgio Savarani, President, and Giovanni Montorsi, Vice President for Comacomp, Component Manufacturers; Renato Cifarelli, President, and Dimitri Fratos, Vice President for Coma Garden, Gardening Machinery Manufacturers. The presidents of the 5 associations are also vice presidents of the Federation.
I want to thank you everyone that is coming here for this assembly of FederUnacoma, and I I was elected as a president as Assomao. Assomao is the association of the producer of implements. Implements are all the items that are behind the tractor, from rotary tiller up plow and all the machines that are behind the tractor. So it's very, very big sector, over than 150 associated. And in this occasion I want to thank everybody for the support and for the percentage that they give to me. And in the next year and next 2 years, I want to have as focus the export of our machinery, because our Italian manufacturers are very, very specialized in some fields. And I want to also, because all our companies are quite small, I want to help them to go in the foreign countries. So it is the main goal of next 2 years for my president as president for my program. And second, technical service. Technical service is very, very important, and our federation is very strong on it, and we want to involve all the companies in this field.
Un'assemblea contrassegnata da una serie di argomenti importantissimi.
The meeting touched upon a series of very important issues regarding the developments of the economic scenario within which Italian agricultural engineering operates. This includes evaluating some aspects linked to the recent change in the trade show landscape of AIMA, which will have to somehow relaunch itself given the choice made by CIMA in Paris to place the exhibition dates close to those of the Bologna event. These are extremely important and strategic issues for the Federation, which impose resolute choices. Accordingly, the team that was confirmed by the president of the association will undoubtedly have to invest major efforts along this dual scope of action. The issue of the tractor market is affected by the contradictory dynamics of the world economy. The events that are creating the penetration capacity of our Italian industries are diversified phenomena based on the product's areas of destination. Italy and Spain are markets that are performing positively, while in other non-European contexts, the dynamics are naturally also different. It will be very important to see how some basic choices in commercial policies will evolve in the second half of the year, because this will undoubtedly determine the final assessments on the sector's performance.
Seconda parte dell'anno come si evolveranno alcune scelte di fondo.
Comacomp è l'associazione dei costruttori di componenti.
Comacomp is the Association of Manufacturers of Components geared to agricultural machinery. Component manufacturing goes hand in hand with agricultural machines. Any drop in the production of agricultural machines means a proportional drop in component manufacturing. During the initial few months of this year, there has been a decline in this sector in general. There are, however, some exceptions, because some components companies predominantly supply non-agriculture sectors, and therefore benefit from sectors that have significant growth. Components are very important in AIMA, where foreign companies came for the components, which then led to the relationships with agricultural machinery manufacturers.
Today I've been elected as a president of Comagarden, that is the association of the producer of gardening equipment, and for FederUnacoma. And my aim is to try to go ahead with the program and all the things that has made Franco Novello, that was the past president. And the major goal for our companies is to make the change that we are approaching with the engines, batteries driven machines, and all the things that the future is waiting for.
The boosting of the Made in Italy was the main theme of the public part, and included the participation of Paolo Di Castro, confirmed for a third term at the European Parliament, of the chief economist of Confindustria, Andrea Montanino, of the general director of the ICE agency, Roberto Luongo, and of the managing director of GRS Research and Strategy, Enrico Gallerini.
It's a particular time very important in the European Parliament because we are trying to change all the different chairmanship in the committee. Next week will be a crucial week because we will elect the new president of the European Parliament. After that, all the president, the chairman of all the different committees. Of course, this is for the common agricultural policy is very important because it depends on the new political equilibrium inside of the committee, and if they will change the new commissioner, if we will continue in the proposal we have on the table after the vote in Comagri, or otherwise we can change in function of the changement of the commissioner. And then, of course, we will know in the next weeks. So this is a very crucial, important time. We, of course, hope that we get stronger Europe, not weaker Europe. The feeling we have is positive. The European groups are large majority in the House, so I'm quite positive on that, and we can see in the next days.